Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today we're going to do part 2 of the page we're working on in this book by Hanna Karlzon. I'll leave a link down below where you can get it. And we're working on the little mouse page here. First part we did the lemons. We drew in the straw here because this wasn't here. We also drew in this piece of the lemon slice that was also not here. And I changed their eyes, so there we go. I'm also drawing in a little ear on the other side of his hat because it wouldn't eat his ear up and we only had one ear. And I put a little dark spot here on this guy for his second ear. So we're going to go ahead and color this little guy in, and then we're going to do their vest, this little hat up here, and do something in the background. So I'm going to get the camera down and we're going to work on the little mousey. Okay. I've got some brown tones out. We did the other one in black, or gray, black, gray, whatever you want to call it. We're doing this one in brown. So I have like raw umber, bister, Van Dyke brown, and ivory. I don't know if I have any lighter browns out here. We might throw a little, what are you? Brown ochre in there too. Let's see which one's the lightest besides the ivory. We'll go in with the ivory first. And we'll get his little tail going here. So how is everybody today? Hope you're all doing good. He is standing on top of the other guy's shoulders here. So this will be the lightest part of his leg. His other leg is behind. So we'll get some of that color on there. We got an arm here and an arm here. This little guy has only got one arm showing, so that's the way that goes. Get his little nose. And he is drinking here, so you're going to have a little bit more of a face there. And his ear up here. Now we put a little cinnamon in the other guy's ear, so we'll put a little cinnamon in this guy's ear. We also put this on these little feet here too. There's a foot over on that side. There we go. Do we have a little tongue showing? His mouth really should be open if he's going to be drinking. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to take a pen and I'm going to connect these two lines, and we'll make another little fluff thingy here, and we're going to make this kind of like a little tongue, something in that line. Get a little white right there. We'll color that in as a little tongue lapping up the juice that's coming down. We should probably color that too. So we're going to take a little cream here. A little bit of a yellow. These are the same colors we used on the lemon and then drink on the other side. But that has to be dripping down, so we'll get a little lighter there and maybe add a tiny bit of white right up here where that line is, so it looks like it's coming out of the straw. There we go. Okay, then we'll take that cinnamon and we're going to color his tongue that I just made in with a little bit of that. There. Now, back to coloring the little guy. We'll go in with some the brown ochre. The one I have to use the pen and draw this little ear in here. Let that dry and then I'll erase it. So we're just going to add in some of this color. And there we go, just get that color down. A little darker underneath that shirt. Okay, now we could put a little up here in his eye. Okay, we'll just be adding in little strokes to give him fur. Make that a little darker there. Well, the color I'm using is the Van Dyke Brown right now. Okay, whatever this color is, Bister. Just kind of turning that so I can get that sharp edge to give him some extra texture in his hair. Okay, I need the eraser to erase those pencil lines. I'll make sure it's clean. That's why I'm running it over there. pencil lines there. Lighten up his tongue a little bit. Okay, then we're going to go back in with the ivory. Add a little darkness in there so it doesn't look like it's pure white. Just pushing a little harder so that color shines through a little bit more. Gonna take some raw umber on his tail here. Bring in the white like we did on the other little guy. That's not white. I'll put in another color. I'm just going to pull some white in here. Sure his cheek looks cute. And go up his hand. Get a little extra color here and up his tail. Okay, now we're going to take a tiny bit of ink and we're going to go around in there. So I'm going to pull in a little vintage photo. Let's put it on one of these little tools. I'm going to go around his eye, down here by his shirt to give it a little more shading there. Underneath that ear, up here on his forehead. Okay. Around his shoulder and underneath his shirt here, and a little on his tail there. There. I think he looks rather cute. We need to put a little bit of white in his eye because that's gray there. There we go, and that's coming out there. That's the Posca. This is the Pit Pen. We're going to get it just a little lighter on that side. There. Throw a little more yellow in there. There. Okay, and his tongue. I think we're going to get a little pinker, so we're going to bring in some medium flesh here. There we go. Throw a little of that in his ear. Since we put it there, we'll put it in this guy's ear. So they're the same, and we'll touch their little toes with it too. Okay. I think he's cute. So what we're going to do is the shirts. So one of them is going to be blue, and I think it should be this guy down here. So this is the light cobalt turquoise that we used in the straw. And we're just going to put it down here in his shirt. I'm just running over the same area just to get it a little darker. Not pushing down any further. Want it a little darker under his foot because there would be a shadow there. Okay, we're going to get a little darker blue. This is the Persian blue. Going to flatten one of those edges on there. And just darken it under the arm here. Right on this little edge over here. Up here where it would be in the darkest spot in the shadow. Right in this little crease. I'm not pushing very hard, I'm just letting it glide over that color that I just put down. If I press too hard, I get a line, so then I have to get it a little darker, but I want it light. So just fade it out. Okay, and right under his foot here. Bring back in the light cobalt. Blend that in. Forgot to get him little brown feet, legs down there, so we're gonna have to do that. I'm looking for the ivory. Here it is. Whoa! I didn't mark that. We're just going to go in here and lighten these areas with some ivory. Just brighten them up. Bring just a little bit more of that turquoise in there. Then we'll bring in a little white. Sorry. I'm going to make sure there's nothing else in here. Just going to highlight that area and this tiny bit here. Okay. That one's done. I think I might want to darken it just a little bit more up there, but I'm going to give him his legs. We didn't color him down here. This is the Van Dyke brown, just pushing it in harder. So we're going to give him, let's see, what do I have out here? I could give him a green shirt. Why not? Whoop. And the fact that I just keep on trying to drop everything on my floor. Hold on. Okay, so we have earth green. Put that on there. Bring in some chrome oxide green. Back in with the earth green. Go in with a little of the, what is this, ivory? A little white. Lighten this up a little bit. I'm just going to darken that up a little bit. Okay. Hat. Oh boy. One of these little baubles can be the blue, because we have bubbles on our hat. So we'll do one in blue. One in the green. The star in the yellow tones like the lemons. And the hat is going to be start in with some ivory. Add in some cream. And put that in these little ribbons here. And then we'll add a little brown into it. Okay. Okay, it's time to ink. And I'm just going to add a little ink here and there. Now I do have two colors that I thought were interesting together. I have a squeezed lemonade, which would go with all the yellow that's on the page. And I also have a Victorian Velvet Oxide, which is lighter in color than the Distress Oxide, or ink. Either one I think would work, but we're going to try a little bit of the Distress ink in the squeezed lemonade first to kind of put that color around the glasses and such. I don't know how this ink works in this book. Probably like any other book. Just be careful. Put a little up here. Be a little back here. And a touch over on this side somewhere. Okay. Move that for a little bit, and then we'll, let's see. See, that one's a little too dark. I want it to have a fun bit to it. So we're going to use the same pad here and just dump it into the oxide and get some color on there and put it down. Oh boy. I'm going to throw some water on this, so it should work okay. And a little up in here. Oh yeah, that is. It's one of the reasons I don't like using oxides on coloring books. It does go over your coloring and your black lines. It may be a little creamier to use on your paper, but I'm so much used to the other ones. Doesn't make any difference to me. Okay, I think we might throw a little more lemon yellow in there. I gotta get rid of that oxide because I don't like it. So we'll throw a little bit more of this yellow in there and brighten that up a bit more. Okay, now we're going to throw some water on it. I can find the lid to that. Okay. It's just a Tim Holtz sprayer. I'll be a little careful around the mice because I did put ink on them. Might have to redo that. Okay. Anywhere you don't like the ink, just put a little blob of water and let it sit there a little bit longer. Then when you pick it up, it'll leave a little bit more lifting, so you won't see the bad spots. There we go. I really gotta let that dry. Okay, it's pretty much dry. We're gonna go ahead and go in with some Stardust stickles. This will have a little bit more of the blue and green tones in it than Diamond does. Has a really beautiful gold color to it, but this one will be a little brighter for our little bubbles and our little, whatchamacallit, those things. So we're just going to go around. Oh, I should have checked to see if I had, I'm looking for my pen. You know, you have it on your desk one day and then it disappears. Maybe we'll just use a different color. Can't find something to poke in here. Okay. Don't know if that'll do. There we go. Okay. All right, we're going to go around these little bubbles. I'm not going to fill them in. I'll fill the little ones in. But the other ones will just go around. And the big ones up here. And whatever these are, and we'll spread those out. We'll add a little on the lemons. Make those sparkle up here in his hat. And a little on their shirts. Maybe a little in their eyes. Maybe. Might not be a good idea. Wipe that out. I thought it might be, but I can't get it to do that. So we're going to put a little on the straw too, on the blue. And a little coming down this glass over here. There. If you want to, you can take a peachier color than that. the cinnamon might work in that real nice. Accent these little drip pieces by just coloring on the outside of it. If you want them to show up just a bit more than they are, you could also make a fake one down here if you like. It's a lot easier than trying to add water in a spot that you don't have one. Like up here, I'd like a little bit more texture. So we're just going to make a line up there. And then we'll take a little white and just lighten on the inside of it. Anyway, so you can play around with it like that. I think I will do that and add a few more of those little lines in the background. Save it a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll take a picture and show you what it looks like at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to darken this underneath the cup a little bit more too, because it needs to be sitting on a something. So is that. So we're going to pull that out there. That lemon there, and little dice have to be standing on something too. Just get it to look like they are. And of course he's up there. So, yep, I'll play around with it a little bit, add a little more of these texture pieces in there, and I will show you what it looks like at the end of the video. It did, of course, we still have wet up here, so it's going to curl that page just a little bit more, but it dried pretty good. Didn't expect it to work quite as good as it does in the hardback books, but it did its job. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in another video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And I will leave all the links and stuff down in the description box. Have a great day, guys. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye now.